The original plan was to make a video about Kyle Busch running the Rolex, the 24 or whatever, Rolex 24 at Daytona. But then Penske became his rival again. No, not Joey Logano, not Brad Keselowski. Roger Penske himself, because Roger Penske stole the news from him. Roger Penske just bought Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the freaking IndyCar series. Not just like a team that he already has. He didn't buy another team. He bought the whole freaking series and the racetrack. What? First off, okay, look, it's not going to be disclosed because they're private companies, so I don't know how much money it's going to be. But approximately, is anyone like into this business kind of stuff? Approximately how much money would this be to buy a freaking race series and the biggest track in the country? How much money would that be? Someone tell me in the comments, please. I'm dying to know. Just so I can be even more mind-blown. But I wore the Kyle Busch hat because he's running the Rolex 24. We're just going to say that. But Roger Penske just brought the whole, the damn track and the damn series. I mean, like, what? I've seen some big purchases happen in my lifetime. I've seen Disney buy everyone out. I've seen companies buy out other companies. I've seen Sony, Marvel, whatever you have. But one man, a businessman, car owner, just bought a whole freaking racetrack and a whole freaking race series. As you can see, I'm still stunned by the news. I don't know what to say. So I'll just read some of Bob Pockrass's tweets to calm me down because Bob is the GOAT. Anyways, as I said, he bought that. Board of directors of Holman and Kampf announced the sale of the company and certain subsidiaries. I probably pronounced that word wrong. It's a big word. Including the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the NTT IndyCar Series, and Indianapolis Motor Speedway Productions to Penske Entertainment Corporation. So Penske is running the IndyCar Series and running Indianapolis. Obviously, there's some problems with that, or not problems, but there's some questions that rise up. Roger Penske owns a IndyCar team, so, people are wondering, hey, what's up with that? He owns the series now. Is he going to rig it for his own team? No, I expect him to. He's a smart guy. I expect him to be impartial. He said he was going to be, so he's going to be that. Same thing for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. They run a NASCAR race and an IndyCar race there, which he owns teams in both series. And, he owns a team in both series, and he will be impartial. Also, he talked a little bit about some of the other things. He says he loves Indianapolis. He's always loved Indianapolis. He went to his first race in 1951 at 14 years old, and he fell in love with it, loved auto racing. Tony George says as a family and organization, they had taken the Speedway as far as they could, and Roger Penske will take it to another level. That's who they sold it to, obviously. But Roger Penske said he's not planning on getting rid of the NASCAR race. He says that he will get behind the Brickyard 400 in a big way. Whatever that means, I don't know if that means he's going to change something about it, if he's going to advertise the crap out of it, try to get more people there, if he's going to try to get it on a certain spot of the schedule that'll make it better. Like, it's been shuffled around. It went from late July, early August to September into the regular season. Now it's the first weekend in July. It's kind of been shuffled around recently where it is in the schedule for the Cup Series. So it'll be interesting to see if he just means they'll move it to a different schedule, a different date, or if he means they're going to do something with the track, if they're going to try to do something, I don't know. Him and NASCAR are in talks about that race. He said he's been talking to Jim France about it. According to some other tweets, Roger Penske is also looking to potentially have a NASCAR IndyCar doubleheader. I don't know where that would be. Texas, maybe. They're looking at the Roval now. They're very interested in the Roval. They did a test run when NASCAR was at the Roval. The quote is, "We've got to try some things," according to IndyCar on NBC. That'd be amazing. NASCAR IndyCar doubleheader, especially if it was at Texas. I love Texas Motor Speedway. Being there is awesome. As you guys know, I love that place. But that would be cool to be there, see IndyCar, NASCAR the same weekend. They've been talking about this purchase for actually a couple months now, apparently. It won't be official till January, I think. It says, Bob Pockers tweeted, with both Penske and Holman companies' private purchase price not disclosed, they hope to close in January. I'm not a business guy, but that's a lot of money to be dealt, and I would assume it would take some time for that money to be given and that money to be moved from bank number 1 to bank number 2, because it's got to be billions of dollars. I mean, seriously. Not only is Indianapolis like one of the biggest tracks in America, it's got like the most seats. It's got like 250,000 seats or something. It's got an infield with a golf course. It's got that giant tower that's really big. You got to keep up with that. The track itself, you got to keep up with, 2.5 miles. What else? Yeah, they got a lot going on there. They got like a road course in it. They got a roval. So they got a lot to keep up with. That's a lot of money. And then the freaking IndyCar series, that's another animal. I could probably just Google how much Indianapolis Motor Speedway is worth. How much money is Indianapolis Motor Speedway worth? Sorry this video is going off track, but I just don't know what to say because I'm just freaking... The construction cost was $3 million. It was worth $73 million in 2016. So the grandstands, permanent seats, 257,327 seats, 400,000 grand total. I'm assuming that includes the infield, the press boxes, and the little tower in the middle. But holy freaking crap. The IndyCar series, going to the Indy 500, that's going to be the biggest Roger Penske event of all time. I'm so stunned. He's done a lot in motorsports. He's won a few Indy 500s. He's won the Brickyard 400 in NASCAR. He's got IndyCar champions, NASCAR champions. Owns a freaking business, I'm pretty sure. He's done a lot with his life. He just got the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And the first act he does as a Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient is he goes and does one of the biggest capitalist things ever and buys a freaking NASCAR IndyCar track and buys a freaking race series. So... Roger Penske showing what it's like to be an American. Capitalism, am I right? But yeah, that's I can't really see because my camera's like blocking the computer screen. But anyways, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of news to take in. I don't really know a bunch of details because I don't know how the monies work like with that big of a purchase. I don't know what it means. Nothing is like official when it comes to big races and stuff. But Roger Penske also did say he is 100% committed to his race team still, and Tim Cindric will continue to run the race teams. Jim France, just go through Bob's things. Jim France statement on Roger Penske buying IndyCar and IMS. Roger Penske is incredibly accomplished across both motorsports and business, and we look forward to the successful operation of these properties under his experienced leadership. Just Indianapolis has been historic. It's had so much happen to the track. Historic, obviously, because of the Indy 500 and stuff. And it's been a big facility, not just in size, but in history, as I've said multiple times in the last, 10 seconds. But now it is owned by Roger Penske. It'll be interesting to see what happens if he's more invested in that or if he's invested in his race teams, if he's both. It's going to be hard because you own a racetrack, a freaking series, and now you own two, teams in these series. I'm mind blown by this if you can't tell. I don't know what's going on. I just know that's a lot of money being moved around by one dude. And someone who, the old owner of IMS, is going home a champ with a lot of money. And that's just so much freaking money. Someone please approximate business major, business genius. Roger Penske, if you are somehow watching this video, please put how much money it is in the bottom. I'm really curious. So just give it an approximate. Just give to the closest billion how much it was worth, okay? I don't know how much it is, the track or the series, but it's a lot of money. That's just mind-blowing. That's a lot of money.